Alright, so don't mind the red sickness. Just wanted to get back to town. Um, so here's the rundown on how it all works. In my opinion, this is the way that I did it. It made it a lot easier. You need the permafrost, but I spec'd out a blizzard while I'm doing this. This is all I'm doing a level. It's real quick. And then you get this, increases the radius of the cone of cold, which helps a lot. Like when they're not grouped well, and I'm barely certain it increases the range of how far it goes as well because it feels like it. This one right here reduced the mana cost of your spells, as this is very mana intensive. This right here gives you a little bit of armor, in the frost armor, so everything you can do to like keep yourself alive if you ever get smacked. And then the improved cone of cold damage that I'm working on, clear casting. So then as well for your gear, you want to be wearing all instant. Anything that has instant, highest amounts you can get, that's all you want. You don't want to be worrying about any extra damage. It's just whatever keeps you alive. It's pretty much what you're going for. I was doing this since 43, so being 46, it's a lot easier. But at that level, I was still able to do it. Just had a rough time, like learning it. It took a lot of time and effort, and then knowing the distance between them and the cone of cold. So we got a little bit on the red sickness. So while I got the time to tell you, you're not going to fight anybody on the way there. You just shield yourself up with, both the mana shield and the ice barrier, and you mount up. You stop at multiple points on the way. A lot of people stop on the right. There's like a hill right there. They jump on this ledge, but if you miss the jump, it's all fucked. And in my opinion, I just like this other route. You get a little bit closer before you de-aggro. But I'll show you both places. As well for this, you gotta have the first aid up so that you can have the heavy rune cloth bandages. If stuff goes south, you just pop a Frost Nova and you're able to bandage up real quick. Alright, so I should be able to start running. These shields will still shield the same amount by the time this is off. You want to run a route where you go diagonal here, and then as well to here. At my level, it's less aggro. At your level, it'll just give you more space if you're like 43. 46 is where it started not aggroing the first two mobs. So then you cut a hard left. People go right up to there, but I prefer this route. You get a little bit further. You pop up on the hill, try and stay high away from the guy on the right so you don't get smacked. You dismount, blink, just pop into this little corner. Pretty much anything in this little triangle here is safety zone. And if you ever have it where like you aggro mobs and they're near here, they'll keep slapping you if they're within range. So you pretty much have to like walk out, ice block, and then jump right back in. And there's also a path that comes through here, and lower level, if it sees you through here, it will take a long time for that thing to de-aggro. Oh, I didn't even have it on. But you want frost armor all day here. Pop all the shields. See, I got aggro for some reason on this guy. Just wiggle around a little bit. Yep. He doesn't mind that spot. So then you want to kind of avoid the left and right. Get through here. got a hard, sharp right so you don't get shadow bolted. Jump up here so you avoid, too much melee damage. Hug the left wall. And try and not run through people. Turn at them if they're hitting you. Make it so that you don't get dismounted. You run through them and you give them an extra hit. Alright. Oh, how lucky. So you can jump up on this side, you can jump up on the other side, but this is a de-aggro spot right here. Lucky us, there's a pet that we have to kill, it's already in the room. So a lot of times if they're staring you down here, you just gotta jump over to this side. Now he can't see me. He'll de-aggro. Gotta catch her before she gets out. Yeah, because she'll pat around the entire room over there. I think he's de-aggroed. He's just, nope, he's not de-aggroed. We'll just do one of these. There's also a safe spot here. You just keep her aggroed on me so she doesn't move anywhere. And right here is another safe spot in this room. So this is like your oh crap button. If things go south, you pop a frost stone and blink over here, you can at least live. So now I know they de-aggroed. He's running back. Gotta kill her. I don't really want to blow ice block. Just waste the time. Oh, I missed that one. Well, I played that horribly, but not hard if you're only focusing one down. Then there's another pat that comes through here. He walks up to about right here. He pats from right there, so like once you get your mana up, you can always just walk up and get him. Just watch on the right here, there's some guys. Alright. So the witch doctors are a pain in the butt. You have to counterspell the heal. So like you don't counterspell the totem, you have to wand the totem, but you counterspell the heal. Because that's a fat heal. Oh my god, I missed it. I should have just stopped cast. Like, that's... You always stop cast for these things, or they gain a butt ton of health, and it's impossible to kill them. Yeah, I can't even counter it. That's why you gotta counter the first one. He'd be at enough to walk right now. Did he really? Yeah, it's never easy killing these guys. They're just annoying if you don't get that counter spell off right. I'm playing it horribly. Alright, I can't stop this channel. Gotta make sure he doesn't heal ever again. Alright. Oof. Dang totems. Alright, now that those are out of the way, you're able to actually pull. So the first thing about this, if you notice the boss isn't aggroed right now, I'll show you exactly how that works. You walk up and you aggro the boss. And right after aggro, you jump up on this ledge right here. Oh god, don't die. And you just de-aggro again. But now that the boss is aggroed, when you click on the corpses, they're going to run to the boss and then back to you. So it gives you time to loot all the corpses and ice block. Always make sure you have mana pots. If you have decent enough gear and you use... you can just use your jade and the lower level, so it's not so expensive. These are like 10s right now. These are like a gold. And this is like my oh crap pot, you know, something goes wrong, and that's your safety. Same thing with healing pots, make sure to get the good one. Like I said, the first aid's important, and essentially I'll show you how it's done now. So, ice block has to be up. You put up a frost shield, and you always want to loot in a row, so you loot this row and then you loot this row. But I'll loot these 3 to start, even it out. Yeah, so loot 2 of them. Alright, make sure you kind of burn down the timer so you can pop another one after pull. You just click, you don't loot. If you loot, you don't have enough time to click them all. Alright. Pop a block. Successful. Didn't die. Pop one of these. Watch for 2, 1. Pop it. And what you gotta do here, and this takes a long time to get down, is you just watch their range. Make sure you get that off right on cooldown, and do not let them get too close. Getting used to like their auto range and your cone of cold range takes a little bit. You see how they kind of like stepped right there? If you're quick enough on the step in towards them, they'll like, when you get close, they'll step at you and go over to hit, but you backed out quick enough. So it's all timing with this. And sometimes you'll have some resist. They can resist the damage, or they can resist the debuff. If they resist the debuff, it's an issue. We'll see if it happens. Usually it happens. At lower levels, it's going to happen. One sec here. Gotta get that. Oop. And there you go. So you saw the resist, but it wasn't the debuff. That's the one that's important. It has to stick. Pop your potions on cooldown. I don't really have to, because I don't really get in a bad spot usually. I've been used to doing this now. But if you ever have to like do an ice frost nova or something, make sure this is off cooldown, your cold snap, and you just hit the frost nova, and then be ready to cold snap. If one doesn't get it, it will mess up your whole pull. See, I just got hit there. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop an off frost nova. They all got hit. Bandage up. Watch the timers. There you go. We're right back on track. But if one ends up resisting, what you pretty much have to do is you let it hit you, put the frost shield back on as soon as possible, and then you quickly move like a smaller circle around them, and he'll kind of like run through the pack when your cone of cold's up off cooldown. There he is. Here's one. So you grab this and you kind of like tighten the circle, but be careful of your range. And now he's close to the pack and hit the next cone of cold. So that's what you have to do when they resist. And sometimes when you get a multi-resist, it's hard. You gotta sometimes pop the health pot. That's what that's there for. Yeah, there we go. Just don't get cocky. Keep with the Cone of Cold. Like right now I could do some Arcane Blast or whatever, but you don't want to be doing that. You'll misstep. So including the non-elite, it was 14 mobs. That's a pretty big deal, especially for this level. At almost 700 a pop, that's over 8,000 experience, 2 experience bars. So this is definitely the way to do it. Oh, I must have missed one. That's fine. Yeah, so I'll just de-aggro them because I don't want to waste my time on 2 mobs. I could have de-aggroed at the pot, but it seems like they would have been close. It's been a pain. So then just de-aggro them, and I'll just loot from here to here, and just be ready to abuse my blink and ice block. And you always want to ice block in your circle. It's the best circle area. Yeah, so if this helped you out at all, subscribe and ask me if you have any questions. No life, no prob on Cure X, classic WoW, and then Cowbear Cat is my main 60 druid. And just message me on here, see if get you on Discord. I'll help you out. Hopefully I can avoid aggro and just see if I can just walk past them, because if I can, I'll go the safe way. You always want to start from back to front if you can. Alright, and you also have to loot the corpses within 5 minutes or they disappear, so. Now we're all buffed up, those will last. Pop this, a little bit of that. Yeah, I can make it past them. I can loot these. Alright. Get near these guys and poop. Alright. This is a big one. Yeah, like that's gonna hurt. So I got time to bandage. Hit a Cone of Cold right at the last second. See, like that's the radius thing. You see how wide they were? Normal Cone of Cold would not have hit them. And you also gotta watch out, with that first one. The first lap around, they're gonna be a wide range, so do a nice big circle. Just make sure you never get pinned against the wall. Keep them decently central. Like, see, I got too close there, so this time I'll pull them down a little. And then the sharp cut. It's like my favorite route. Sharp cut across, because I've gotten stuck there and died a few times, and it's very aggravating. And they're at like 20%, and you're about to get AK XP, and you gotta walk back, and the run's ripped. There's no way to continue after. So, like, see, I pulled off a little bit too much. I gotta pull them back over here and then cut across. Just always make sure you don't get in that range, or you'll freaking die. Watch out for the corpses too. If you're standing on certain parts of them, your Cone of Cold won't direct correctly. Very touchy spell. So like here's real tight. Probably should have popped my shield for that. Pop this potion. Oh, I'm late. Oof, woohoo. That was quick. Yeah, so this can be a 3 pull. This is the same thing that high level mages do. Their kill time might be a little quicker, but you're looking at 3 minutes per thing. You have to wait the whole timer for this, so if you do it real quick and efficient, you can go 15-minute runs. You know, once you're here, so 20-minute runs, but that's pretty efficient. Especially for this level, there's no gold like it. Alright, see, we got a resistor, so just pull that quick circle, put him back in it. And have some die. Oop, getting too close. Yeah, so like I guess I got to the level where I don't really need the potions anymore. But it's good to make sure you have mana. Things go wrong sometimes. You get a lot of resistors and it's aggravating. Yeah, that was 21 mobs. I think 20 not including that little guy. One of the things that really helped here too is I had a buddy of mine's girlfriend who also was a friend of mine, play games or whatever, and her name's Kuma, and she definitely helped out. She was a priest healer around my level. She's like 47 at the time when I was 44, and she just healed these runs for me for a little bit, and it killed the experience, but I was able to really practice the pulling aspect of things. I was able to practice, you know, distancing and what to do in bad situations. It's definitely a huge help. So, shout out there, you know, if you got a priest friend or something who wants some good experience, he's willing to help you out, that's the way to go and learn what you're doing, because this took me a good, shoot, I'd have to say 3-4 hours to learn. Probably more than that, actually. This probably took me a good 6 hours to learn. It's a lot of trial and error, a lot of bad pulls, a lot of aggravation. But once you practice it enough, it's second nature. So this is back off cooldown. This one's tricky. I usually just grab this one, go in the circle, and then blink there if I have to. Let's see how it goes. Kind of hope that that one doesn't spawn a corpse. Oh, I have the wrong shield on. Yeah, good thing I popped it, because I'm definitely getting whapped. Wow. I survived? Jesus. My mana's down, though. Alright, yep, we got a resistor. You're gonna eat my mana, too. Oh, I got a clear cast, though. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I got smacked. Bad distancing. Yeah, so that's why you still need the pots, and oh shit, pots are good. You need the good ones. Yeah, it's definitely cool to see. It's not what you'd expect. But, you know, like, subscribe, and hit me up. Hopefully I can make more videos in the future doing different stuff in the game. Put up a raid or two. You know, we've downed Rag. We're down in Rag in about 3 hours now. We're cutting it down, trying to get it down to like 2 hours, doing an Ixia in like 7 minutes. So it's nice getting decent at the game. Definitely takes time. Definitely have way too much slash played. I'm about to lose my girlfriend. Yeah, you meet some good people playing this game. Classics back out. Blast from the past. Yeah, like that's about max range, but I know for sure I would never have hit that a day in my life if I didn't have the improved cold and cold. Like I've tried that distance before and it just doesn't happen. So I honestly feel the respec is necessary not only for like your mana consumption, but your extra armor and cone of cold being approved in so many ways. It definitely is a huge improvement on the run. Yeah, that's good. It's a good 3-pull run. Yeah, well, right there, I got a quarter of level from this run. It's quick leveling, guys. You want to shoot through your 40s. That's the way to do it. Right here.